Hello YouTube, Manhead here again. My mic is finally fixed and I can finally show you how to build this lovely machine which just generates stupid amounts of power. So I'm going to get onto building it and I will then explain to you the perks and the cons of the actual machine. As you can see, I've already put the basics on, so you want the generator and the induction furnace placed here, right next to the boiler, and the steam turbines, and the obviously aqueous accumulator with 2 water sources either side. That's obvious stuff. And now we're going to go on to the higher stuff, which is the generator, recycler, and cyclic assembler, the planter, harvester, and fertilizer and harvester. Now, just one thing I do have to say, this is a directional based farm, so you have to have the fertilizer on facing east and the harvester facing south, and that's due to the fact of the way a tree grows. The tree will not grow if you have any blocks anywhere else around this perimeter. Don't ask you why, it's a vanilla thing which makes no sense. Another reason, just thought about, say the reason why everything is still half built is because I've already built this like 3 times because I keep on having problems with recording. So let's get straight into it halfway through then. So a few things you're going to need is laid out in front of you. You need all these items here. The a few extra ones here and there, but I'm sure you can manage to work out everything you might need. The only thing which I need to show you is how to do a pipe setup and all the really confusing mumbo jumbo. So first thing you want to do is cyclic assembler. Set it so that it is blue on the back, orange on the side, and blue on the top. Place a pipe leading up along with a chest going into it. There. Place another pipe there, and another pipe there, going into the trash. Now, obviously, you don't have to put it into a trash can, but if you're going to pipe it somewhere else, this is fertilizer, by the way. So this is an infinite amount of fertilizer. I'm trashing it because I don't need an infinite amount. I just need enough to fill this machine. But if you want fertilizer to go somewhere else and you can use it for wherever you want, be my guest. Make sure that it doesn't start backing up and filling up this chest. If you see fertilizer in this chest, it's a big problem. That's the reason why chest is there, is as like a little buffer, so you can catch it early before it starts sending the fertilizer back into this machine too quickly, because you only want 1 fertilizer per round to go into this machine. I'll explain a bit more detail about that in a minute. You also want to wrench this like that. Now, next thing you're going to need is a cover, just to block off, cover just to block off the pipes to stop them from interacting with each other. Doesn't have to be a glass cover, I just use glass so it's easier to see. And then we're going to go around the thing like that and remove, remove all of the pipes on the side minus that one going into it. So the planter has the one on the front, and then take off all the others around the outside and put one more there. Next thing you want to do is to run the pipe going up and run the pipe going down one into a chest, down again, and then down one more time into all these machines, like so. Take off all 3 of these for now. Make that one red. Make that one red. Keep that one the same, but make it red there. Now again, I'm going to set down a trash can here for any excess so it doesn't fill it up. You don't have to do this, you can do whatever you want with the excess, it's up to you. Next thing which you want to do is get the bio generator and the bio reactor. Place the bio reactor there and the bio generator there. Then connect it all up with the redstone energy conduit like that. And that's pretty much it for all the blocks you need. The next thing you need to do is to program it all. So this part can become a bit complicated, so you want a wrench and the fertilizer and some scrap, and then you want some servos, and then you want the cyclic part for the recycling assembler, schematic in there. I'll just make it day a second because my daylight sensor doesn't seem to be working. I do have a daylight sensor over there, but I can't bother to fix it. So, first server goes here. Make sure you set it to go to 1 and round robin it so that it goes up and then goes to left and then right. So into both those machines evenly. Go into Cyclic Assembler and set fertilizer and scrap. Put in 1 stack of fertilizer, and if you have it, 1 stack of scrap, just to be ready. Next thing you need is the IC2 ejector, which is this one, and the overclockers. Now you don't need the overclockers, but it just helps it along a bit. So you want to have facing the Cyclic Assembler, shift right click up against it, popping these into here, and that should pump out into the Cyclic Assembler. And then you want a servo here, turn that on and just have that pumping out all the time. That has some power left in it because I believe there's some power still in the boiler from the last time. So I can't do much about that because I didn't reset the boiler, so I apologise. But obviously yours would not be powered at the time. Next thing you need to do is to put in a servo here, here, and here, here, and you don't need one there, but you will need one here. Go on to this one and set it down to just 1 per pulse. Leave that one alone, that's fine. And set this one to have the vines, the wood, and the jungle saplings like that. So you want to whitelist these to go into the trash. Now you can put these wherever you want if you have a usage for vines, or that's why I just activated vines and that as a whitelist. Thank you. So if you have a usage for vines and you have a usage for jungle saplings, you're welcome to pump that off wherever you want, but if it fills up this machine, it will stop the machine. Here again, you want to blacklist them because you don't want them going into the wood chest because that will cause problems down the line. The next thing you want to do is make sure this is set to suck the items, and into the planter you want saplings, and you want to grab any sort of filler block. It can be cobblestone. I just picked up smooth stone because it was easy to pick up. Just fill in every space except for one, and put in 1, 2, 3, 4 saplings in there. And over here you want to set this one to receive jungle wood, whitelist, and this one to receive saplings, whitelist, and then the recycler to receive vines and whitelist. So there you go. And that is everything all loaded and all set up as it's supposed to be. The next thing you have to do is power it to start it off. So you're going to need the generator, and place the generator here with another setting on here, and this will be set to wood, whitelist. Then just put a stack of wood in there so everything circles through. That should supply power to this machine. Right, now it supplies power to all the other machines. You need to grab some saplings again, I apologise. Just there's saplings there. That should have made some fertilizer. For some reason it's not making fertilizer, because the pattern has not been encoded, which I swear I encoded the pattern, but there you go. Apparently not. Code the pattern, that's making fertilizer, which is then going to necessary machines, which will then instant grow this tree in a second. There you go. Tree will start to harvest, causing all the wood, saplings and everything else to go into its required chests and required locations and everything else like that. So you got wood going into here, wood going into here, and then finally any wood which you have left goes into that chest there, as you can start to see now. Now this bit gets a bit confusing. You want to insert a lever there, turn the lever on, which turns on both these pipes, forcing wood to go into here. Now you can use coal or charcoal or wood for this. I would use charcoal simply because it makes the machine sort itself out a lot easier. You need to put about half a stack of charcoal in each one of these, so that this can start to generate power, start to generate its own charcoal to refuel these machines. And do not attach the boiler until this reaches 100% heat. So you actually want to just leave it running and go off and do something else. It will run by itself independently now, or it should start to run by itself independently. For some odd reason the saplings did not reset, so I'm just going to grab some more saplings. They for some reason went into the wrong machine first. They're supposed to be prioritized to go into here, so I'm just going to put in a stack just to make my job a lot easier. It's not too hard to fix a sapling problem if you've run out of saplings. Just make sure that you have spare, grow a tree, and jobs are good. So the sapling should not be going into there. So I'm just trying to work out what I've done wrong. I've blacklisted it. I do it. So make sure that is whitelisted and not blacklisted, otherwise the saplings will have priority to go to the bioreactor and you won't get any saplings in your machine. So now that's cranking away, I'm going to quickly skip ahead to when this is fully heated to show you what you have to do next when it's fully heated. And we're back, guys. The tree farm's running at a nice pace, and it looks like these machines are now ready to be upgraded. It's running at 100%, so all I'm going to do now is set that to 3, because it's got 3 machines going to it. So always set it to how many machines are going to it. So for this one, the beast over here, which I've added 3 steam boilers, steam boilers to. I've actually got 6 down here because it's going into 6 items. So just think about how many items you're going into and then vent it out like that. It's just to stop any problems from occurring when you're attempting to build this. And finally wrench that in. And there you go. That will now fill up the boiler, start off all the main power generation. And there's a little bit of idea of how much wood and how much materials you're going to get. This one over here, you have 4 steam boilers going on, and it's keeping up with that just fine. The thing which is actually slowing down is not the wood farm or the tree farm, it's the industrial furnace. As you can see, the chest of wood is keeping up rather nicely. Actually, if anything, sometimes you see it stopping like that, as you just seen. So what you might want to do, if you really want to go that far, is you can actually add a second boiler, but you'd have to add another industrial furnace, and they'll be producing enough wood to be happily doing that. I actually tested it. It can have up to, I think it was 5 boilers, possibly 6 if it's not a full size boiler. So that is honestly a beast. You can't get any more power than that unless of course you're doing Nether Star generation. And yeah, that's a whole awkward puzzle right there. With my farms, I try and make it so I'm not relying too heavily on hostile mobs. So like my cake farm is non-hostile mobs, this farm's non-hostile, melon farm's non-hostile. I've even tried to get rid of bone meal as such. So the XP farm, I've got hostile mobs going on, but yeah, I haven't really got the XP farm fully working yet. I'm not happy with it, so I won't be showing that for a while. So I will see you guys next time.